Head coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Houston Texans and the Cleveland Browns. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw on second is Watson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now Watson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 76 yards. And the Texans have taken the early lead. So, wow. I mean, that'll quiet this crowd right. A big one there on the opening drive of the game.
Yeah, you have to be thinking, we're at home for the playoffs. That had to be a splash of cold water right in their face, don't you think?
Yeah, they got to be thinking, we're going to have to work on this and do so in a hurry. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Leopard! Over!
They go play action here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up a touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now a play fake here on first down. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Brandon, lest my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, that's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
That one goes for 24 yards. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Over!
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Over!
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And what a return. He's all the way down to the 30.
I know the special teams coach will not permit himself a smile here, but inside he's glowing. This is what he practices for. This is what he schemes. This is what he watches tape to put himself and his team in a position to score points. An absolute dream return.
Watson hands this to Foreman. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
But that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Here's Watson on the sneak, and this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward, and indeed he did not. They stop him. So the D-line got the push there against the O-line to stop that quarterback sneak.
A really high percentage call on offense. I think it's the right call, but as you noted, if they didn't get the push, you can't get in there. There's no place for him to go, and that's why the whole play got stuffed.
Mayfield on first down. Going deep for Moncrief. And pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Dancing to his left. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with, some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting at 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Gone!
From the gun, Mayfield buying time to his left. And he's got his man. That's Landry. Second catch in this AFC title game, but he's got a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They go with Chubb on second down, and he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Detroit!
Mayfield looks to throw. Forced out to his left. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Watch him now, Barney!
Mayfield. Got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. Second catch in this AFC title game, but he's got a first down. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing, Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The drive starts with Foreman on the ground. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
The good old toss play, and this time they go to the left side, so give a lot of credit to the offensive line. Center, guard, tackle, able to seal that side. But the guy that we don't give enough credit to, wide receivers. They have to do a great job of blocking downfield. Otherwise, that play can be spilled in the backfield. In this case, everyone handled their responsibilities, and they picked up really nice yardage.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Faking the give. Now Watson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Christian Kirksey in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Watson off play action. Escaping the press. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a third and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here. After first and second down went backwards, it's third and very long. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Going deep for Hopkins, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Mayfield down. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Callaway, 55 yards. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. The Clemson connection. Watson to Hopkins for a big one. 48 yards. Off of play action, it's Watson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Randy Gregory in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. A shotgun snap for Watson. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. The Texans on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Out of the gun, Watson. Flushed out right. This is brought in by Hardy. Officially a minute 54 to go in this first half. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this. The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Foreman looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Now he's flushed out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Christian Kirksey in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Richmond.
From the gun, here's Watson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will knot us up at 10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
1st down, Mayfield. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or 2. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. That's taken in by Callaway. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Gun!
To throw, Mayfield. Flush to his right. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
All right, here we go. 3:19. 3:19.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
One thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Gun! Take four. Hot!
A second down throw for Mayfield. Steps away to his left. Nearly picked. Almost intercepted, but he couldn't hang on, and it's third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Detroit! Gun!
Mayfield with it once more. He's going to take a shot for the end. We're looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Landry, the intended target. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. The final shot before the break, Watson. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Watch you now, Barney! Gun!
And Mayfield just getting the play off. Being chased out left. And this is going to be incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Gun!
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Dancing to his left. And he comes back with one complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 8 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Buying time to his left, and he's got Moncrief. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it, and this is caught inside the 5. It's a big play there for the Browns. 41 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too. 2
big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Browns have moved out in front. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
They'll run with Foreman. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Early down stuffs to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Let's get it. Black 99 Philly. Tight end to the right, boys. Tight end to the right. Move. Black 99 Philly.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson forced out to his left. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Richmond.
To throw is Watson, operating from the gun. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Second catch in this AFC title game, but he's got a first down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And that will level the playing field at 17-all. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter. So we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Mayfield now on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
39!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Off-play action. Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And fortunately, the offense will cover this one up back at the 5-yard line.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Watson from the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That's on the guard, Kevin Zeitler, first-round pick back in 2012. Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Now Mayfield. Flushed out right. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Third and short yardage, Mayfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now out comes Houston. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
A run by Foreman to start the drive. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Reset. Hey, back 22.
Now Watson, off play action. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The Texans on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Watson now, operating from the gun. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Completes it to Moncrief, left side. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
A carry for Foreman. Space to run past the 20. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
I'm still an old-school football guy, and anytime you see a big-time running play, that fires me up. And if I'm on offense right now, in the position they're in now, inside the 10-yard line, I think after the way they've run it, they've set themselves up for a good play-action pass opportunity right here.
And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it. But I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can.
That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans have broken the tie. And this one through the uprights and good. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Shrugs him off.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
And the Browns getting set to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Justin Houston in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Mayfield to throw it. Being chased out left. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Browns on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Gone! Watch him now, Barney! All right, now, lucky 56.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield, flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And now out comes Houston. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
From his goal line here, Watson. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction. And And that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Mayfield looks to throw, and complete to Moncrief over the middle. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Gone! Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
From the gun, Mayfield. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Justin Houston in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Lucky 56. Over. He's coming. We got double up.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. He's got his tight end in Njoku. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
You got him. You got him.
Time for a break. Back to wrap up the AFC Championship game after this.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Hey, watch 85. Watch 85. Detroit! Gone!
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And Callaway taking it in left side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup. A couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, 4 down. Detroit!
Handoff comes to Chubb. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Detroit! Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. Gone!
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. Another costly turnover, their 2nd of this 2nd half. And earlier when I asked you your keys to the 2nd half, you said, hey, it may be trite, but I think it's turnovers. That's coming to fruition.
It certainly is, and let's face it, they named the game after it, right? So isn't it the most important thing?
What, the football?
Exactly. They named the game for it. Take care of it.
They'll start the drive with a give to Foreman. And he'll work his way forward up to the 22. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Black 99 Philly.
Again, it's Foreman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 15, and that ought to just about put an end to this one.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And now the Browns are going to take another timeout, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. And with this win and an AFC championship, they have reached the most hallowed ground in all of sports.
That means they are the best in their conference. What an incredible feeling for this team to go through the entire season and come out on top and now go to the Super Bowl for the right to be called world champion.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis.